Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we are going to discuss about what are field parameters in Odoo. When we create a field in Odoo model, we can provide additional informations to control how the field behaves. Here, the string, required, and read only are the field parameters. Think of them as instructions that tells Odoo how the field should behave. Let's start with the string parameter. String defines the label that the user's tree in the Odoo interface. So instead of displaying just name, Odoo will display the student name. If we don't provide the string parameter, Odoo will generate the label based on the field name. Let's move on to the required. When we set required is equal to true, the field becomes mandatory. For example, if the admission number or name is required, the users cannot save the record without entering the admission number or name. By default, required is false. The help parameter provides additional information about a field, and it is useful when the users need some guidance about what they should enter. Here we are telling the users enter the student's email. This information can be shown as a tooltip when the users interacts with the field. Next, we have the read-only. When we set the read-only equal to true, the field is normally not editable from the user interface. So the user see the value but cannot normally change it through the UI. Remember, read-only is mainly a UI behavior. It should not be used as a security mechanism. The default defines the initial value of a field when we create a new record. Here, when we set the default equal to true, this means the active checkbox will be ready select when we create a record. We can also use a Python function when the default value needs to be calculated automatically or dynamically. Next, we have the index parameter that is a related field to the database. So when you set index is equal to true, Odoo creates a database index for the field, and this can improve search performance, especially for the field that are frequently searched. However, we should not create index unnecessarily. Use them when there is a good reason. Now let's look at parameters that are commonly used with relational fields like many to one, one to many, and many to many. Com model tells Odoo which model this relational field is connected to. Domain is used to filter the records available for the selection, and in this example, only active faculty records will be available. The context provides additional information that can influence how Odoo handles the field and related operations. The check company is useful in a multi-company environment, and it tells Odoo to perform company consistency checks for this relation. Now let's look at an important parameter called tracking. When you set tracking equal to true, then this allows changes to the field to be recorded in the chatter when chatter tracking is supported for that model. For example, suppose the status is initially draft. We change it to the confirmed and Odoo records the change in the chatter. So we can see something like status change from draft to confirm. This is useful for tracking important business changes. Now let's look into the copy. This controls whether the field value is copied when they duplicate a record. For example, when we set copy equal to false and we have duplicated the student application record, the email value will not be copied to the new record, or the reference number will not be copied over here when we just define copy. And this can be useful for the value that should not be, that should be unique for each record. Group is used to restrict access to a field based on security group. For example, salary information is sensitive. We may want only users belong to a particular HR group to access the field. So groups can be used to control which security groups can access the field. Remember, the field visibility and actual security are related, but not identical concept. Proper access rights and record rules are still important. Now we have the computed parameter. Now let's look briefly at some parameters used with computed field. Compute tells Odoo which method should calculate the value. When you set store equal to true, it tells Odoo to store the computed value into the database. We can also have parameters such as inverse and search, which are used for more advanced computed field behavior. We will cover these in details with a separate video. The related parameter allows the field to get its value from another related field. For example, if student ID points to a student, then related will be student ID.name, means the field will show the student's name. For many-to-many fields, we can also specify parameters such as relation, column 1 and column 2. This defines the intermediate relationship table and its column. In many situations, Odoo can generate these names automatically, so you don't always need to specify them manually. For a one-to-many field, the second parameter commonly is the inverse field and is the many to one field on the related subject model that links the subject back to the student. So the relation is student to the subject and subject to the students. So let's see how can we make use of these parameters in a custom module, University Education Management. So let's get into it. So here you can see that the fields with its string, read-only parameter, default parameter, and upon moving on to the fields here, you would be able to see that all the fields are having string over here. So we know the string is a display name. So upon moving on to the UI, you can see that here as we just provide the string such as the academic year, admission date, everything is showing over here. If it's not provided, Odoo will be taking the technical name as the field name over here. So as we just specify the name for the fields, it will be treating the string name as a label over here. Okay, and we have the read only. So here you can see that as I just choose read only over here, you can see upon moving on to the UI, currently when you just click on the application number, we are unable to edit it. Okay, it is read only. If I just remove the read only, I'll be having the option to edit it. So here you can see that I'm going to set read only as false over here. Okay, let's set it as false, and once it's done, you can just run the Odoo 19, and here we go, and we need to upgrade the changes. For that, I'll be moving on to the apps, and from there I'll be upgrading the module. So upon moving on to the application, here you can see that when you just choose this, you can see as we just choose the read only as false, we can just edit this. But when we choose it as read only, nobody will be able to edit the record over here. Okay, so right now I'm going to set it as true, and I'm also just going to set the default as new. So if we are not saving the record while we are creating the record, the default value will be new. Okay, now I'll be adding the other parameter as copy over here. So copy equal to false over here, I'll be setting, and afterwards we just need to make the changes. And in order to get these changes into our database, what I'll be doing is I'll be moving over here to the module, and in the module we know we need to upgrade the module to find the change. So I'll be moving to upgrade the module, and here you can see that yeah, we need to wait for a while to get the changes over here. Okay, and let's wait for a while. So here we go, and I'm going to choose the application over here, and upon clicking on new, you can see that currently it's read only, as we haven't provided any details, we are unable to get the details. So if I just move over here, you can see that there are certain fields which been set as required. So here you can see upon moving on to the PyCharm, under the name such as the yeah, here you can see that we have the first name, last name, and everything. So they we have provided, we are just going to set in it as required. So currently the required field is not given over here, it is given under the XML, in the XML file. If you just want to set the field as required, you can also just provide it over here. Okay, so I'm going to choose this field also as required. So you can see it will be available over there. So I'm going to set it as required is equal to true. If you just want to set the form attribute, you can also just set it, and under the university application, as you just move over here, you can see that as we just set the required is equal to 1, the fields becomes required over there. Okay, so let me and just move over here, and I'll show everything with the right examples. Okay, and here you can see connection lost. Yeah, connection is back. Let's move over here, and let me upgrade the module. For that we need to wait for a while. So when we set the required value, we have to provide the data mandatorily over there, and then only we can just save the changes into that module. And here let me just move on, and yeah, when you just move on to the admission application, you can see that when we try to choose again this one, you can see these fields are mandatory, and you can also just make a field mandatory from the XML, or you can also just set it from the Python file, and you can see these are the fields which are mandatory, so we have to fill the details over here. Okay, and once it's done, let's back and let's see to duplicate this record. So if I'm duplicating this record, you can see that we are just getting the same sequence number over here, right? So as we just set copy is equal to false, we can just do it. But if I'm setting copy equal to true, you can see that. Let's see what is going to happen over here. And we are going to just make the changes over here. So let me click on apps in order to find the changes over here. So let me click on upgrade. So we need to wait for a while to load everything into our database. And here we go under the application. We can see that we can again duplicate this, and something went wrong with it. So here you can see that non-type object over here. So let me check it. For alter record, new record, zip. Yeah, here you can see that we are unable to just copy it. So we won't be able to just copy this, and the error that we are getting over here is due to we haven't used the create method. So as we just said, the copy is equal to true, we just need to use the Python function. So currently I'm going to set the copy as false, then only we can uh, just go ahead with the copying of this. Okay, so that's the other parameter. And upon moving on to the parameters such as the academic year, here you can see that we have the fields minute one, and it is having a parameter called com model and to which model it is connecting. So currently, upon moving on to the UI, in the UI, let's open one of the record from here. You can see we have the academic year. Okay, so upon choosing the academic year, we just need to add the records over here, right? So upon moving over here in the academic year, uh yeah, let me remove it, and here you can see that under the academic year we have the academic year, so it is pointing to another module. So if we just want to point into any other module, we need to provide the core model. Okay, so that's the purpose of core model. And here comes the default value that we have discussed. And now let's move on to the tracking of the field. Okay, I'm just going to set the tracking over here. So here, if I just want to manage the tracking, I'll be using the tracking parameter. So tracking equal to true. So currently you can see that currently it is having the status default state as draft, and if I have just moved the state, the tracking is enabled. And I'll be also using a help icon in order to manage with it, I mean to see the tool tip. So I'll be using the help over here, and will be providing the text. And your email. Okay, once it's done, you can save the changes that you have made over here, and we need to wait for a while to load everything into the database. So let me move on to the apps, and again let me choose the app from here. And what I'll be doing is, let me click on upgrade, and we need to wait for a while to get the changes in the database. So once it's done, you can see that the tracking will be enabled, as well as we can also find how the tooltip works in Odoo 19 for the custom module. Okay, and yeah, let's move on. And here under the admission application, I'm going to choose one of the record from here, and let me set the name over here, which is mandatory. And afterwards, what I'll be doing is, let me save the changes, and under the personal details, you can see that we have the email, and you can see as we just add the email like help parameter, you can see that the help is showing over here. So this will give a clear idea what data should be entered into a field. Now I'm going to change the state from draft to 10. Okay, so once it's 10, you can see that the tracking is 10, and you can see that it has been moved from draft to 10. So if you just want to get every tracking, whatever happens in your record, you can just add the tracking. And we have a lot more parameters, and all those parameters will be discussed through the upcoming videos upon the doing of the functionalities, and setting of the fields and other Python codes in our custom module. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. Now, what if I tell you you could use or manage the sales, inventory, CRM, or any of the Odoo application right from your mobile? Yes, Meet Mobile, where you can take your business anytime, anyway. To use Mobile, download it today from the Play Store or App Store. Thank you for watching the video.